Hi, today I'm in Darmstadt, about half an hour's drive away from Frankfurt, where the 2017 Frankfurt Motor Show is coming to an end. During this year's show, Opel has presented a new SUV, Grandland X. At first glance, there is nothing to suggest that underneath this is in fact a Peugeot 3008.
And this is not a bad thing, as Peugeot 3008 holds the 2017 European Car of the Year title. It was also one of the most pleasant surprises for me last year. The Pug is elegant, modern, spacious and great to drive. What's carried over to the Opel? Grandland X is Opel's largest SUV at the moment. SUV being a relative term, this is a compact crossover sitting above two smaller B crossovers Mokka X and Crossland X. Grandland X replaces the Antara. Despite being made on the PSA EMP2 modular platform, it's hard to mistake it for a Peugeot or the future Citroën C5 Aircross. Grandland X is definitely an Opel, and it looks more like an Astra on steroids. Peugeot 3008 and Opel Grandland X have similar dimensions. Opel is slightly taller than the Peugeot, and as a result it has more cargo space with the rear seats folded. VDA boot figure with seats up is slightly smaller for the Opel than in the French model.
You can open the boot, swinging your foot under the bumper. There we go. Capacity is 514 liters. Double floor makes loading larger items easier. And if you need to carry something longer, there's a lever to fold the rear seats.
Dark upholstery makes the interior seem smaller, but trust me when I say there is more than enough legroom and headroom in the back. 3 adults can travel in relative comfort. There are air vents, side seats can be heated, there is also a USB port. Cup holders are in the armrest, bottles will fit in the door bins, and doors cover the sills so you won't get your trousers dirty, even if by accident you stray off tarmac. Behind the wheel, there is no doubt this is an Opel. The dashboard looks like it came out of any recent Rüsselsheim model. You get an IntelliLink infotainment system with 4G modem, which also works with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, if the latter is available in your region.
Door bins are quite large, but this is where the good news ends, because plastics are hard, storage is average at best, and there is only one USB port here in the front, and it's down deep down this small cubby where I can't reach it properly to plug in the cable because the cubby is too small. Okay, so there's an induction charger under the armrest, which could be good news if not for the fact that induction charging is a technology available only on top shelf smartphones these days. Of course, it will trickle down, get it? It will trickle down to the budget segment one day, but not today. And anyway, to use Android Auto, you have to be plugged in here with your USB cable. So what can a passenger do if he or she wants to charge his or her smartphone? So they could either have a 12-volt charger, another cable from here, or they could use a USB port which is in the back there, which is occupied by your moody teenage bundle of contempt.
On the plus side, you can buy optional AGR certified seats. AGR is a German healthy spine organization. Should you be brave enough to drive wantonly on slippery surface, you can order optional grip control system we know from PSA. It's a dial with 5 different ESP settings for different weather conditions and surfaces. It won't help much in the rough terrain, but it should improve safety when it rains or snows. Speaking of safety, Opel Grandland X received 5 stars in Euro NCAP crash tests. The car can be equipped in all sorts of modern driver aids, including collision warning with autonomous emergency braking and pedestrian detection, driver fatigue monitor, a 360-degree camera. There is also adaptive cruise control, adaptive front lights with LED headlamps, and much more. Opel Grandland X debuts with 2 engines, a 3-cylinder 130 horsepower 1.2 petrol motor and a 4-cylinder 120 horsepower 1.6 diesel. Both can be had with a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic gearbox. More powerful engines will be added later on, including one with an 8-speed automatic. All engines are developed in cooperation with PSA. A plug-in hybrid is also in the cards.
So, how does it drive? Opel representatives explain cooperation with PSA is about optimizing costs by sharing platforms, but engineers adapt steering or suspension characteristics to suit their respective brands. Driving a Peugeot 3008 last year, I couldn't believe how dynamic and involving it was. In case of the Grandland X, I have no doubt this is an Opel. Engaging, it is not. But that's fine. I get it, not everyone likes or wants sporty handling. Drive it like Mr. Nice and it will reward you with comfort. It also looks expensive, which is an additional bonus. Passing small German towns, I noticed approving looks from the locals. They'd like to see one of these in their driveways. Das ist gut, ja?
With the 130 horsepower 1.2 engine, I don't expect good acceleration, though I wouldn't mind better economy. After about 200 kilometers of pottering along like a German pensioner on vacation, I managed to bring fuel consumption down to 6.5 liters per 100 kilometers. That's still over a liter more than what Opel claims.
But maybe at least with the manual gearbox I can pull something out of the Grandland X. No, I can't. Perhaps Opel engineers worked on suspension or steering characteristics, but transmission is all the way PSA. Oh, it's as if at the design stage someone ordered the most vague, long throw and notchy shifter. And they got it perfect in that case. Better go for this 6-speed auto than deal with this, whatever that is.
Opel Grandland X prices start at €23,700, which is just €450 more than a Peugeot 3008. As standard, Opel offers things like OnStar system, which will locate the vehicle and call emergency services in case of an accident, IntelliLink multimedia system with a 7-inch touchscreen, cruise control, Opel Eye camera which reads traffic signs, fog lights, rear parking sensors.
Opel Grandland X is comfortable, it offers a lot of equipment and it maintains its individual character. You won't go unnoticed in the city jungle, just don't try racing it from the lights, at least not until more powerful engines arrive.
And what do you think about Opel Grandland X? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. New episodes every Friday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.